telling you, I don't feel bad being nasty to you.
Okay.
Because you're putting on this facade.
I didn't realize people were this.
Eventually cells are read by proteins, and then we develop these organs and stuff that we have. But just the presence of gonads, because there are men who have accidents and their gonads are not there, and they're still men. So we were, a male is a male at conception. So I don't know who's spreading that around, because I've heard that a lot today.
Yeah, she's actually 100% right.
Basic human biology, at conception originally everyone starts out as female, and then
Everyone starts out as female. You see, guys, I really love videos like this because it really it's just like the logic in it makes me laugh. That's how comical it is. My name is JOJO. I'm a college student. I'm reacting to an LGBTQ activist saying that we are all female. Let's continue.
and you don't
Start developing until like 6 weeks, and basically you're just like a blank slate, but the genetics are female.
He said male at conception, which isn't scientifically true, because at conception you're female until you develop male parts.
No, because everybody starts in conception as a female, so that's science.
We thank Donna Trump for this new legislation.
She just made every single male in the country trans.
Yeah.
She just pulled her away and said she's a conservative person.
It sounded like from other people you're posting stuff that's making them look bad.
I'm telling you, I don't feel bad being nasty to you.
Okay.
Because you're putting on this facade so you seem like you're.
I didn't realize people were this out there when it came to their political beliefs. This is all pretty new to me. Like, and I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. That's why you see me stop and think about what I say, but wow. This is very shocking to me.
You know that. Hey, do you remember when you pants at a Kent State party?
I do.
Yeah. Do you mean maybe get you some diapers or something?
If you want to, yeah. I have plenty at home because I have 2 kids and we kind of just all use the same. So, I mean, it's really convenient having children because then I don't have to like go out and get my own or anything like that. So, why don't you like me?
Love that. I love the banter. I don't want to be in a YouTube video. I'm good.
But you want to be nasty to me.
Yeah, I do. I don't feel bad being nasty to people who act like they're, you know, reasonable and so just and so kind. And I'm just a reasonable person who voted for someone who isn't just, isn't kind, isn't reasonable. So I don't understand.
Is that usually how you treat Trump supporters? Is that like your standard for how you treat people is who they voted for?
No, I'm telling
me.
you. Yeah, well, no. I'm telling you, I don't feel bad being nasty to you.
Okay.
Because you're putting on this facade so you seem like you're kind and reasonable, but the things that you support are not kind and reasonable.
What do I support that's not kind?
God, I don't want to talk to you.
Her shirt says trans lives matter, black lives matter, pro-choice. So she has declaring out there all the awful things that she supports, especially the pro-choice right there, and then has the gall to tell me that I don't support things that are just or kind or reasonable, and she's proudly displaying her admiration for killing children in the womb. Hi! I love your hair.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. We're doing a YouTube video right now. So he signed a bunch of executive orders.
Yeah.
Is there any one executive order you can point to and be like, that is very troublesome, I'm most worried about that?
Oh, well, the one with where legally the United States only recognizes male and female.
Yeah.
But it's
Not a
funny
fan of that.
because the way the law is written, he defined male and female as like the sex hormone that you have at conception, which if you know anything about basic human biology, at conception originally everyone starts out as female, and then you don't
Start developing until like 6 weeks, and basically you're just like a blank slate, but the genetics are female.
So based off of legislation, Trump has now declared that every single person in the United States is female because at conception.
Yeah.
So we thank Donna Trump for this new
He's
legislation.
basically just made every single male in the country trans.
Yeah.
Is it the asserting for government standards that there's only 2 genders? Is that one good?
No, because everybody starts in conception as a female, so that's science.
Can you explain that a little bit?
At conception, everyone starts out with female chromosomes. It's after a certain amount, I think it's 6 weeks, after a certain amount of time where it breaks off to whatever.
So it seems like they're going into the exact verbiage in the executive order saying that you are whatever gender you are at conception, and Donald Trump is only recognizing two genders, male or female, and they're saying everyone at conception is a female. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read the executive order, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I read it word for word. I did not read it, but I would think we all know that everyone is not a female. I feel like this discussion is getting out of hand. Obviously, I would hope we all know everyone's not a female, right?
Whatever it's going to be. So at conception, everybody's a female. So in that's the case, we're all female, I guess. I don't know. That's just science.
Well, I love that you kind of have like a pro-life position on that everyone's life begins at conception. Would you say his executive order basically banning the pride flag from being flown on any U.S. territory, like embassies or any government buildings, is a problem?
I didn't know he did that. I also didn't know he did that.
Yeah, he also made it like a official government stance that there are only two genders, male and female.
Oh yeah,
and
conception. He said male at conception, which isn't scientifically true because at conception you're female until you develop male parts.
Right.
But
someone else said that. Could you go more into that, like the science behind that? Because I don't really know.
For sure. So when you were conceived as a child, you're not as a child, but when you're conceived, you're born with nipples and male or female parts, and then once you develop later on in the womb, you'll start. It's not until like I think whenever you're decided as like your gender and stuff, that's when they know. Like you're a female up until that point.
Do you know what point that is?
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm in human development. That they just talk a little bit about it.
Right. Pause for a second. I'm going to talk to you.
What happened?
She just pulled her away and said she's a conservative person. Is it okay?
I love this discussion. Let's look it up. Are all people female at conception? According to biological science, yes, all human embryos develop with female characteristics at conception, meaning everyone can be considered female at the very beginning stages of development. Wow, so maybe we all, according to their logic, maybe we all are females right now. That is crazy. No! I'm just playing. But I just wanted to know
if I'm conservative. So for my audience, I think they might be a little confused about what that is. Can you go into that a little bit more? I literally have never heard that before. So at conception, we're all female based on...
Yeah, basically, like, nothing started developing yet, and that doesn't come until a later point of development when everything starts differentiating.
Okay.
The sex hormones are, like, in such a way, it's kind of the same reason why men still have nipples.
Yeah.
And it doesn't start differentiating until so far in, and then everything kind of breaks off. But at conception, we're all basically female.
So at conception, when the sperm and the egg meet, are you saying like the chromosomes aren't there for female and they aren't there for male?
The chromosomes are there. They just haven't started like coding for everything yet. So it just takes a while to split off into male or female.
Do they know what's going on? Because it sounded like from other people you're posting stuff that's making them look bad, and I don't think they understand what's going on.
Okay. So we do edit our videos, but it's not to make anybody look bad because what they say is what they say. And if they say something, then that's what they say.
They came over here thinking that they were having a nice conversation with you, and I don't think that.
Am I not having a nice conversation?
I don't think they were well informed, that's all.
Okay. All right, have a good day. We're Christians and we love all people, and we expect... Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
So their whole argument stems from the fact that Donald Trump's executive order is illiterate, and that he doesn't know what he's talking about. And according to his executive order, we are all females. And rather than argue that, I didn't read the executive order. I'm going to just read it. Like, I have no point in trying to argue something that I can just look up. At this point, we can just look it up. Executive order, gender. I'm gonna read it. Defending women from gender ideology, extremism, and restoring biological truth to the federal government. That's what it says. By the authority vested in me as president of the and by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including Section 7301 of Title V, U.S. Code. It is hereby the purpose across the industry ideologies who deny the biological reality. Sex has increasingly used, blah, blah, blah. So let's look at what he's saying. Sex shall refer to an individual's immutable biological classification as either male or female. Sex is not a synonym for, it does not include the concept of gender identity. Women or women and girls or girls shall mean adult and juvenile females respectively. Men or man and boys or boys shall mean adult or juvenile human males respectively. Female means a person belonging at conception to the sex that produces the large reproductive cell. Male means a person belonging at conception to the sex that produces the small reproductive cell. You know, I'm not really into biology. I don't really know where we are in the large and small reproductive cells. What I do know is, at least in the order, this is not my opinion, in this order, that Donald Trump very clearly defines exactly what he means. And this is whitehouse.gov. He defines exactly what a woman and a man is. This is not my opinion. This is what it says. So their logic behind saying, oh, Donald Trump doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, his order doesn't make any sense. I just kind of debunked that in, 2 minutes? It just took a quick Google search. I found it instantly. I didn't have to look that hard.
So that's only the second people we've interviewed, and they get pulled away because I'm a conservative and we can't talk to them. I'm sorry. We're in Florida. This is MAGA country, so... Well, at conception, if the chromosomes are male, then wouldn't we be male? Like, if there's an XY chromosome at conception, then that would be a boy?
I'm not a biologist, and what I can say is encourage people to go read actual scientific documentation and go educate themselves.
Yeah.
I am a biology major, and I can say that biology does not make sense, and you really just have to read about it and make sense of it yourself, because if someone trying to explain it is not the greatest thing, unless it's someone who knows it in and out.
Right. I also graduated with a biology degree like a million years ago at this point, and I will say that at conception we are either male or female, because at conception we're a person, and we are either male or female because the sperm and the egg meet, and there's either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome that's given by the father, and so that's either XX or XY. So that just has, we are not all female at conception. We're either male or female from the beginning of conception, from when we were first made. And we go through developmental stages where our limbs are developing based on the genetic code that we have. Eventually cells are read by proteins, and then we develop these organs and stuff that we have. But just the presence of gonads, because there are men who have accidents and their gonads are not there, and they're still men. So a male is a male at conception. So I don't know who's spreading that around, because I've heard that a lot today, but...
Yeah, she's actually 100% right, because I looked it up. The short answer is that genetically a fertilized egg, parentheses zygote, is considered male if it contains XY chromosomes right from the moment of conception. Yeah, she's literally right. She definitely was in biology. So at first I didn't know the actual definitions regarding the biological, are we men or women at conception? I didn't know. I'm not a biologist. But she said she has a biology degree. I don't think they were expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. And she gave the textbook definition of what we are at conception based off of the chromosome. She is... Wow, that was actually pretty impressive.
That is not true.
Yeah, biology is just a weird thing.
It's not that weird, though, because we're not all female. So I don't know who said that, but they have lied to you guys. But you're not happy about the whole, two genders thing. You're like, no, okay.
Because, not only does that disenfranchise our trans friends and everything, but also, what are the intersex people gonna do?
Yeah.
That completely just removes the identity of a lot of people. Yeah.
Again, I'm not an educated official on any of these subjects, so I'm not going to speak or misspeak on anything to then have it be construed by people on the internet. So I'm just gonna say, you know, read up and educate on issues and
That's really the only thing we can do at this point.
Yeah. All right, I don't want to keep you any longer. You don't look happy with me or
They're
my
not very
interview.
social, so
Who's
that's everyone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one was it was a interesting discussion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. My name is LFR JoJo, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.